Today, I'm going to show you how to make something that is absolutely delicious, and it doesn't take many ingredients, and it doesn't take any work at all. One thing that I do know is that we're all busy. We get busier and busier, and we don't have time to really cook and prepare meals. So we want things that are easy, quick, things that can be done in the slow cooker. I'm going to do this one in the oven, but you can certainly do it in the slow cooker too. And this is something that's going to get better and better after a couple of days, kind of like sauces and stews and soups. And you're probably wondering what it is. Well, it is called Bourbon Fajita Pork Barbecue. Sounds great, doesn't it? It is going to be great. And you're just going to use a pot, or you're going to use your slow cooker, and everything's going to go in. You're going to go away and do whatever you need to do in a few hours, actually maybe 2.5 hours. If you're doing it in the oven at 400, you're going to have something that's just going to knock your socks off. So let's get started. I like things that are simple and easy. You throw everything into your pot, your slow cooker, and the heat does the rest. So we're going to start with some really nice pork tenderloin, and we're going to have some olive oil, onions, salt and pepper, and we're going to do 2 packets of fajita seasoning. We're going to have some bourbon, and if you don't want to use bourbon, use apple juice or pineapple juice. It just gives it an extra little kick. We're having spicy hot V8 juice, and this is going to add a lot of vitamins too, so it's going to help tenderize the meat. And we're going to do some mild, thick, and chunky salsa, and you choose the salsa you want. If you want it medium or spicy, then have at it. And let's get started. So we're going to take the fajita seasoning, and we're just going to put it on the meat and toss it around. Oh man, it already smells good. Yum, yum. So you see, you got your fajita seasoning. We're going to dump that into the pot. Now, if you didn't want to use this bowl and dirty one less thing, then just start with the pot. We're going to have some salt and some pepper. You're going to use about 3 pounds of the pork tenderloin. We're going to put some olive oil on it, just drizzle it on. And I've got about 1.5 cups of sweet onions. Just throw those in. The bourbon. We're going to pour that on. And let's get the other things here. The V8 juice. All of this liquid's going to just kind of get into the pork, and it's going to tenderize it, and it's going to make it delicious. And we're going to use a whole jar of salsa. So I'm just dumping that in. Okay. That's it. Now tell me, was that not the easiest thing you've ever seen? Now I like to make it even more airtight, so I'm going to put the foil on it, and then I'm going to put the lid too. And this is going to go into the oven. Then I'm going to go do a few things, and we'll be back here in maybe 1.5 hours or 2. And if you're in your slow cooker, hey, you can go out and do a lot of things. I would put it on low for about 4 to 5 hours. So come back, and lid. Let's go into the oven. Well, thanks for being patient. The pork fajita bourbon pork barbecue cooked about 2 hours. At 2 hours, I pulled it out of the oven, and what I did was I just cut up the meat. Some of it was ready to shred. It was all very tender, and then I put it back in for about 20 minutes at 400, and I've taken it out, and it's really, really hot, but it smells amazing. So, oh, I'm getting a steam facial. So there you go. Yeah, it's really good. So what I'm going to do is put some in this serving plate, because this is what I'm going to serve it in tonight for dinner. And you might be asking, well, Allie, what are you going to serve with it? Well, I know. I'm going to do some roasted baby potatoes. And what I'll do is just take small potatoes and cut them in half and season them with, woo, that's getting hot. Season them with some olive oil, salt, pepper, and some spices. A spice mixture, I don't know what I'll use. Maybe I'll use harissa. I love harissa. And they make wonderful potatoes. And then, as you see back there on the stove, that small bowl, I cooked a pot of white beans. Oh man, they're going to be so good. And then a salad. So I believe that's going to be dinner. And this is going to be dinner and leftovers and even more. You saw how easy it was to make. It just goes in the pot, cooks about 2 hours, then you shred it and it's all done. Okay, the recipe's going to be at my website, allieskitchen.com. Cooking doesn't have to be difficult, and you can get all these flavors with just a few simple ingredients. And remember, you can do this one in your slow cooker too. I went out to my herb garden and I snipped some beautiful flat parsley. So, it looks delicious. It smells delicious. It's going to be delicious. I've had fun. It's been great. So come back and let's do some more cooking right here in this kitchen. This is reality cooking. Allie's Kitchen. Bye.